I have a confession to make. My marathon training is not been going well. And it just hurts to admit this, but in my last video I said that follow the process, trust the process, and everything's gonna be alright. But the more important thing than that is to listen to your body. And it doesn't matter how easy or hard the training is. If your body is not improving as fast as you want it to, if your body is not adapting to the training load as fast as you're forcing it to, it's gonna eventually break. And unfortunately, that's what happened to me. I was blindly following the process, and yeah, I'm afraid that I got injured, and one of my shins got an overuse type of reaction. I'm sure it's not broken, but it's very similar to what I had last year when I was overdoing things. And yeah, it pains me to admit it. It really hurts my ego to tell this. I feel somewhat like a failure, but on the good note, it's a very, very, very good lesson that it doesn't matter what your coach is telling you. You gotta trust your body. And one of the things that will help me to prevent this from happening again is when you start running on a regular session and you have intervals to do, if during the warm-up, by the end of the warm-up, the pain of your niggle is not going away and you start doing the intervals and it's still there and you ouch, 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 that's a huge red flag and you should not do the session. And you should just take some days off because the risk is not worth the reward. One skipped workout is gonna save you from I don't know how many months, weeks of taking off. Since the injury occurred, I didn't run for 3 weeks. And it's funny because a week before that, I was bragging about how good my training is and how hopeful I feel. And I just kept pushing because I had a very, very good workout before that video. And I kept pushing and repeated that same thing and then added some intensity. And of course, it was too much. I didn't listen to my body and I'm cooked now. So now I think there's only 5 weeks to my race left. 6 or 5 weeks, which is bizarre because I definitely lost some gains. I lost my VO2 and the training just derailed. And I started running again this week. I was doing 3 minutes on, 2 minutes off, walking just 6 times. Then the next day I did 8 times. I had recovery day every second day and now I feel my shin again. And now I'm taking 2 days off. I'm doing cross training. Yesterday I was swimming. Today I was cycling. So tomorrow I'll try that again. But yeah, the 8 months because of these reasons, because of me overtraining and of course I was sick. Yeah, it's just not gonna do the sub 3 hour pace for me right now. And I'll keep trying because it doesn't matter. This helped me also to realize that we're in it for a long game. It doesn't matter how fast you want to achieve certain things, you just can't rush them. And consistency is king. Injuries are preventing consistency. My point is rather do it slower, progress slower, but progress safely and focus on recovery. Once again, I'm doing same mistake. But it's the first time I'm training for such marathon. I used to train for Ironmans and then I would just wing all the marathons afterwards. It's different kind of training. Now there's way more load on my legs and it's hard to admit, but I just can't keep up with the pace. And in a few weeks in Nusa, I really highly doubt that I'll be able to do sub 3 hours because 4:15 pace is just, it's gonna break me. And even if I try, I'll probably blow up because I just don't have the capacity. My body is not capable. I wasn't training for that pace enough. I don't think I'll even manage to come back to the point where I was because I was confident that I could do sub 3:10 4 weeks ago. And, that's not too far from sub 3. But now I don't even know if I can do sub 3:10. So it's going to be a fun challenge. But there's another marathon 3 months after Nusa. So I will have a few more months to train, or hopefully get my fitness back to it. If I won't break my leg during this marathon, which I might, because I think I'll push. I'll definitely push. I want a PB regardless how fast or slow I go. And this a very ambitious goal to do sub 3 first try. Yeah, I don't think that's reasonable at this point. That's my diary for the day. And I was delaying to bring this news to this recording because it was hard to admit that I failed yet again. But you are only a failure if you stop trying. Yet again, I found another way how not to train. And I'm also thinking about this 7-day routine. At least for me personally, I don't feel like there's enough time for me to recover within 7 days and then repeat another cycle and another cycle. I'm thinking maybe in the future I will try and do either 14-day or 10-day periods, and I will give it more rest days. But for now, I'll just listen to my coach still. I need to have a deep conversation about why this happened to me, because I was trying to follow the lead, and I think I was just going too powerful, too fast for my legs in these intervals and the intensity sessions. And I think I was biting more than I could chew. My coach is not here. He doesn't feel what I feel. So I can't really blame him. It was my responsibility to either kill the workout or go slower, but I survived it. And now I feel broken. Hopefully I'll bounce back soon-ish. Last year, it took me 3 months to heal from such an injury. I'm suspecting stress reaction. Hopefully it's not gonna be 3 months now, because then I'll be at point zero again. I'll just try and build from now on to get to consistent running for extended periods of time, longer than 3 minutes at the time, just to build back the endurance, and then yet again wing another marathon, trying to get the PB, which shouldn't be too hard. My last marathon was in Nusa 3 years ago, and I got 3:22. I don't even need to go for sub 3:10. Like, there's nothing to prove there. But I'll aim for that, and hopefully I can land somewhere in low threes. Hard pill to swallow, but here I am confessing. Not fun, really not fun. I'm sure it's relatable to many people who've tried this. I mean, if it would be easy, it wouldn't be great, right?